Good morning. It is Friday, August 1st, 2025, and it is 9 o'clock, and this is a special meeting of the Jefferson Public Utility District Board of Commissioners. My name is Jeff Randall. I am president of the board and calling this meeting to order. Jefferson PUD will be offering both virtual online meetings as well as in-person meetings unless advance notice is provided. Online participant audio will be muted upon entry. Please unmute at the appropriate time to speak, and if you're calling in, use *6 to mute and unmute, and *9 to raise a hand to request to speak. So let's do a roll call of commissioners. My name is Jeff Randall. I'm Commissioner for District 1 and President of the Board.
Kenneth Collins, Commissioner, District 2.
Dan Tuber, Commissioner for District 3.
Okay, everybody's present. So we have one item on the agenda. It's an executive session, and I can't see anybody else right at the moment. There we go. Do we have any other items, or can we get a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Second.
So motion by Ken and seconded by Dan. All in favor of approving the agenda, please indicate by saying aye.
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 Aye. Okay. And the way it's written here is we have an executive session. I'll read it off in a second. And we have the potential for discussion and possible action. At this point, I'm not anticipating action. I don't know if the other board members are. I guess the only thing, I don't know if we have any members of the public here or not. And if we don't anticipate taking action, I was just going to let folks know there's no reason to hang around to the end. But I don't know if either of the other commissioners have a sense, or if Joel does, a sense of our likelihood of taking action later today.
Yeah, I'll chime in. I maybe a 50-50 chance that there's at least a discussion.
Okay. Okay, that's fair. So I was going to propose an hour to start with. Is that okay with folks, or what do we think?
I think that's a good start.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and read it off here. So we are going to go into an executive session per RCW 42.30.110 subsection 1 subsection G to review the performance of a public employee. And it is now 9:02, so we'll be coming out about,
Jeff?
yeah.
If we could, I know it's up to you guys and up to Kevin. It might make sense for Kevin to sit in on this meeting. He might have some expertise, or no?
I'll be available, so if you need something, I could come in, but I just will be available if that's okay.
It's up to
Okay. Yeah, I'd say I'm okay with us starting without Kevin. I'm also okay calling him in if it seems appropriate. So I think I read the whole thing off.
You
did. And we'll come out around 10:03. And who's present there? Dan, are you present there?
I am.
Okay, thank you. Just for logistics. So we are now going into executive session.
You need to do anything, or are we all set up in there?
Should be set up. I'll take you off mute. Second here. You're muted, Jeff.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, so the board has completed our first hour of executive session, and we believe we need another half an hour. So that will keep us in executive session until 10:30, at which time we will come out, and we will probably have some discussion at that time. So we're going back into executive session.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, this is Jeff Randall, president of the board. We have completed our executive session, and we're coming back into regular session. We have a regular board meeting scheduled for next Tuesday at 4 o'clock. I think we need to direct staff to hold a meeting at 3 o'clock, a special meeting to review a couple of items that are currently on the regular meeting agenda that we're concerned we're not going to be able to get through that meeting in time. So we'd like to have I'd propose we have a special meeting. That's Tuesday the 5th. Is that right? Get my calendar up here. Tuesday the 5th at 3 o'clock to do a workshop on the item of opt-out meters, as well as the NOAA-NET issue. They've got bylaws that are proposed to be revised. We have a workshop on those two items. and the knowing that the opt-out meters could come off the regular meeting agenda because no action is anticipated, but the no net item would stay on the regular meeting agenda as an action item if necessary. Is that acceptable to the other board members?
Yes.
Okay, so staff, Dan, is that okay with you too?
Yes.
Okay, so staff is directed to please make those changes, and we've got a new general manager coming on board next Monday, and Tuesday's meeting will be his first board meeting. We have lots of concerns and questions and priorities for him. I guess here's what I propose. I've been in communication with Joe on various issues. I propose to and Kevin is going to be meeting with Joe on Monday, so he can also, I think, carry communication for a lot of the board's concerns and issues. But I propose I reach out to Joe and kind of run down a list of issues and have him be prepared in whatever way he feels appropriate on Tuesday's regular board meeting, whether it's during his general manager's report, but to start engaging with us on how he plans to address some of those issues. And issues range from how is he going to engage with staff, meet the directors, how is he going to meet with us individually and learn about what some of our concerns are, when does he want to start the process of the formal developing goals for himself as a general manager and having reviews with us. These are the issues that we've been talking about, the meeting with outside organizations such as Noanet and Wapuda, that I can give him a heads up for some of these issues, and he can start, he can propose how he's going to start talking to us about those issues in Tuesday's board meeting, as well as when he's meeting with us individually. So Kevin's going to meet with him on Monday. I propose I reach out to him and kind of give him a heads up on those issues. Is that an acceptable approach to the board?
Yeah, that's fine. I got a question about process or logistics or whatever for Monday. Is Kevin going to give a report, and what exactly does the transition
Yeah.
for the Tuesday look like? That's my first question.
Well, and also, sorry, I'll add to that. Kevin, we can't have two general managers. And as of Tuesday, we'll be presented with a resolution for a second touch to formally make Joe Wilson our new general manager. Kevin will become something else. So, Kevin, what role do you anticipate playing at that Tuesday's meeting? And do we have a job description for you while you are in this transition period with Joe? And maybe that's a Joel question. I don't know.
Well, I'll jump in first, Joel. Joel has assisted us with this. I don't have a job description. I do have a new title. Those changes are being made as we speak.
Do we know what your title is?
I do.
Executive advisor.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
kind of be sounding, but it works, I guess.
Or general manager emeritus.
So we have, thanks to council and others, we've worked through those issues. Technically, I'll probably start the board meeting and then Joe takes over. So it will be, and I haven't talked to Joe, but I'm assuming this manager's report will be Joe's. And maybe his one and only topic is what you guys want to visit on, which I think would be great for the public and everyone to hear.
So again, I think that part of that discussion then.
Okay, so we just had kind of a little hacking of a unpleasant person posting things that were completely inappropriate for a public meeting, and just letting the other board members know that happened at the Climate Action Committee. I suspect it was the same person because the same kind of content was displayed. And I was just asking Joel if the record after the fact can be edited so we don't have that material, which is completely inappropriate, displayed in our public record. And Joel, could you respond to that?
Yes, it's not part of our meeting, and I
Okay.
think we should do everything we possibly can to excise it from our record.
And
So-
just for whoever's running the meeting, when people come in like that, it seems like they should be muted, and it seems like you should be able to kick them out as soon as something like that is happening.
And may want to check with Zoom on how best to lock that down.
Yeah. Okay. So where we were at, we were discussing the meeting.
Hold on for a minute.
Yep.
I don't know how to handle this. We have people that want to join the meeting. We don't know who these people are, but because it's a public meeting, I think we have to let them in. I don't know. So I'm asking Joel, how,
It's a good question, and I just need to take a look and see how
Waiting
folks
right
are dealing with that in Washington State, given the, Open Meetings Act.
There's 2 people waiting right now in the waiting room.
Is there a
Who
way
are
to
they?
is there a way to let them in the waiting room and keep them muted?
I have no, to be able to hear the meeting, they have to actually be allowed into the meeting. And we can try to mute them. That's what I was trying to do and remove them, but we had multiple ones that came up. It wasn't just one person, it was multiple.
So
Well, I'm just gonna
do we recognize the names of the people?
last.
when it popped up, Ken, it caught me so off guard. I didn't know who's.
Can you see now,
What
Mike?
do you
who's
see,
pending?
Mike?
I saw a name I didn't recognize. Can I mention that name that I didn't recognize?
It was Bird Hunter was one that was on there.
Yeah, that was one name I wasn't familiar with, and that's when some of the stuff started. Not to imply that that was the person, but that was one I didn't recognize.
Mike, what is shown as the identification?
There's a Joseph D. and a Brandon Currington.
Neither of which I recognize as anybody who's ever been involved with PUD matters. So because we just got hacked and we had nobody up until this point trying to participate, I would propose as the president, we're almost done with this meeting, to not allow them in and to pursue with Zoom what we can do to, when things like that happen in the future, to prevent them.
Yeah, I only had 2 other things to add, Jeff, and that was the budget process.
Well, let me just ask this. Any objections to that? This is, we do not, normally at PUD meetings, we have repeat people. This is not a meeting where we have public comment on there anyway, and we just got hacked, and I suspect it's them trying to do it again. So if anybody watches this recording afterwards, we don't have any public comment. We don't have any action. Actually, we're going to have some action, but it's procedural. And if folks want to participate, next Tuesday's meeting is the way to participate at 4 o'clock with a 3 o'clock workshop. And we're going to figure out from a staff perspective of how to respond more quickly to this for the next meeting, because I expect we'll get more of this. We're now on somebody's radar. Okay, sorry, Dan, go ahead.
Yeah, just the budget was the other thing to put on the radar for discussion with Joe.
Yes, it's on there. Yeah, those big priorities, the Finley engineering issue.
And the other one is for us is to discuss with him too. I think there is a little bit of urgency in the sense that Kevin represented us with certain organizations in certain roles. We should set those things, give him an idea on Tuesday of our opinion of the boards or things that he should sit on to represent.
Yeah, I think that balance of inside work, of getting to know staff and developing the priorities, and as well as how we get in touch with outside organizations.
For your knowledge, some of those would be the PIF board, it would be NOAANET, it would be representing us with the Navy, things like that. Those are some of the things we're going to have to determine.
Got it. Okay. And just to put a nail in this one, in that the record that we present on the Jefferson PUD website of what happened at this meeting, I think all this discussion of, hey, we had somebody inappropriate come in, we've had to modify the record, that staff will modify a record to take out the offensive content that was not part of the public meeting, but having all this discussion about what happened post is totally appropriate to have in the recording. Okay. And yes, and so I will take that forward. I think Kevin will too. I'll take it forward to give Joe a heads up. And then at Tuesday's meeting, we'll probably hear from him about how he intends to address those things. And we can also bring up additional issues and concerns. So, did we have any other business to conduct today? I can't see head shaking, so
I'm good.
okay, sounds like we're
I'm
good.
good.
Thank you, everybody. It is 10:46, and this special meeting is now adjourned. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.